Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here, and this is what my first video on my channel regarding mutual fund, and the topic which I'm going to take how to select the best performing funds from small cap categories. So well, I already completed the mutual fund distribution. I've started distributing. I'm a registered person with the AMFI, so registered mutual fund distributors. And if you have any investment related in mutual funds, you can personally contact me. The number is shown on this video, and that is my WhatsApp number. You can also get me on WhatsApp. So in this video, I'm going to take a note of the small cap funds. So almost 27 funds as of now running in the small cap category. So how do we find out the top 4 small cap funds for a long term investments? So mutual fund investment is always subject to the market risk. Please read the scheme related document before investing. Okay, that is what a disclaimer. So here in this video, it's for an informational and educational purpose. I'm going to find out based on my analysis. So some of the funds which is performing very good over the period of time. So that I'm going to find out from this overall the category. So in small cap category, so we may be seen almost 27 funds are running together. So you can look at this, the riskometer is very high because it is small cap category. Okay, and this is my first video on mutual fund, and you will be getting many videos on mutual fund regarding in my channel. And if you are looking for a mutual fund also, kindly subscribe the channel, and PMS also you will be getting video because I am also already registered with CB on portfolio management distribution also. So you will be getting mixed video from our channel now. So here this main concept on this video is how to select a small cap fund. So almost 27 funds is there. So can we select based on the performance and based on the some risk measures? So most important risk measures is like an alpha, beta, Sharpe ratio, standard deviation, and Sartino ratio. So these are all the risk measures and how the fund is performing. So we can filter out, and based on the return alone, so we can check what it is generating the return last 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, and 10 year over the period of time. So that is also one more method, and we can look for an TER, that is total expense ratio. So if the funds having less expenses ratio, that should be good for an investor, and higher expenses ratio maybe that is also be okay. But instead of that, we are filtering out that conditions also we can take as a study. So almost, and based on the AUM also, asset under management. Here you can see almost 27 fund. First of all, I'm going to filter out based on the this is an NAV. Okay, NAV is a net asset value, and that is what the unit price where our investment going to be invested on that particular price on the particular day of an investment. What should be the market price, like an unit price here. So for example, the Quant small cap fund, which is having 243 rupees, 243.8755 is the NAV, and Sundaram, Kotak, and DSP. So a lot of stocks, a lot of mutual funds, NAV also be mentioned here, and AUM. So how many funds which are maintained by that particular fund by the fund manager. So here in this case, Nippon India Small Cap Fund, where it is having almost 46,000 crores. The second top most is about SBI, sorry, HDFC and SBI, 28 crores and 25 crores respectively, and Axis and Quant and Kotak, and then HSBC, DSP. So it is based on the AUM, and so we can look at that ABSL having 5,000 crores, Bandhan 5,000 crores. So less than 5,000 crores, we have some other AUMs, and very least AUM Quantum, and these are all the recently launched, that may be recently launched, and that started. Okay, so previously this much of funds are starting from long back ago, so maybe a 10 year, more than 10 year, that fund. So now I'm going to select top 4 funds from this list. How I can select? First concept which I'm selecting from the TER ratio, that is the total expense ratio, must be very less. So here in this case, Nippon India, HDFC, and SBI, Axis, these are all the less than 2, less than 1.7. So that should be a very less Kotak Axis. And return wise, let me check the return wise. Almost Bandhan Last 1 year, I think it was a huge performance. And quant mutual fund, that is also giving, quant small cap fund, that is giving you almost 73% last year, because of it is a market related fund. So last year there is a good momentum in small cap category. So why we have seen that much of result. And some of the funds, Mahendra, ITI, Nippon, and Franklin, Sundaram. So these are all the funds which is generating more than 50% retail wise. So more than 50%. So almost we have a 10, 12 funds are generating a more than 50% result. Maybe that last 1 year, but the remaining some of the funds last 1 year we are looking at. Some of the funds look like a 40 percentage plus. Okay, if the funds which are running, so we are not looking at a 1 year performance, maybe a 2 year it is 28, and 3 year, at least 3 years performance. What is happening? In this case, in 3 year performance, you can look at this some of the funds like Quant, Nippon, HSBC, HDFC, and frankly Tata. So where it is generated more than 30%, that means 30% CAGR. So these are all the funds in last 3 years that generated 30% CAGR. That would be good for an investor. So means 30% every year. That is a CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So let me check with the 5 years. So if you are looking at in the stock, so Quant small cap, Nippon small cap, and Edelweiss small cap, where it is shown here in the top list, all the time frame where you can see 1 year performance, Bandhan Quant, ITI Nippon, and 2 years also be Quant and Nippon India will be there, HDFC also be there, and 3 year wise performance, Quant, Nippon, HSBC, HDFC also be there. I'm just looking for on 5 years basis, Quant, Nippon, Edelweiss, Tata is there in over the period of 10 years time. So we see Nippon, SBI, DSB, Axis, and Kodak. So lot of funds it is combinedly. So in this cases, top two places I seen, and top five places I seen Quant and Nippon India over the period of time. Okay, and one more filters. What I'm going to take a risk and how do I manage the risk? So that is what another important point where I'm going to consider. So beta, it is a risk, what the risk which I'm taken with this particular fund, and it is generating you the return. Beta is nothing about, it is a market risk where it is comparing with the benchmark. So the less beta would be a less risk, high beta would be a high risk. So for example, in this case, a quant mutual fund which is having a 1.05 beta, that means 1.05 beta, it says it is more volatile than the market. And Bandhan small cap, it's 0.91 beta. It is near to the market volatility, equal to the market volatility. And when you can see Nippon, it's 0.8. Okay, so I am taking a less risk and higher the return over the period of time that we need to filter. So here also I'm making a better result or better return over the period of time, but I'm taking a high risk here. Comparatively, this it should be low. So this is what the filter which we are finding by the risk factor. Okay, so how much risk which I have taken. So let me example, if I am making 100 rupees profit, taken a stop loss of 105, you know, market people will easily understood. So I am making a 100 rupees target with a stop loss of 105. Okay, if my stop loss triggered, I'll be losing 105. But taking a 80 rupees stop loss, which I'm same target I'm targeting, that is the concept while I'm using in a beta. And Sharpe ratio is the one more concept that will be telling you how the fund is performing. So here the Nippon having a good Sharpe ratio. If the Sharpe ratio is greater, that would be better performing. But in this list, you can see Quant, Axis, HSBC, Nippon are already there. Okay, and the standard deviation is the deviation from your mean price, how much it is deviating. And another one more key factor is there to be Sartino ratio. That is also be one of the risk measure where we are going to identify. And one more concept, alpha. Alpha is nothing about how that fund is beating the benchmark. So you know the benchmark is nothing about to this run fund, some benchmark would be there. In this case, as Nifty 50 small cap index or BSE 250 small cap index may be the funds that is the index for this, and how the fund manager are performing over and above to the index. That is what shown here as a benchmark return, more than benchmark. So here in this case, the last 10 year 20%. The alpha of that fund is almost 10, and Nippon is 8. But taking a higher risk, 10 is okay, but less risk, 8.89 is greater. And Tata, Franklin, so lot of order wise we will be getting. Okay, so less riskier in HDFC around 0.86, but the beta is 0.5. But comparing to HDFC and Nippon, I'm just looking for a Nippon, higher the alpha as well as lower the beta. So that would be a great opportunity. So here we filter out some stocks which is randomly in the top. So I'll be going to take this in a different way. So almost 150, sorry, 27 schemes we are filtering out some of the stocks, like we randomly getting something like a Quant, Nippon, Tata, HDFC are randomly coming to the top while filtering out all the factors. Okay, so I'm just directly going to focus the consistent performer, how the funds are consistently performing. So because we are looking for that, mutual fund is for a long term purpose to create a wealth or grow a wealth. Okay, in long term. So it is not about a short term. Maybe I'm just investing in a SIP that would be generating a good return for over a period of time. So I'm not talking about I will be investing today and I'm not going to withdraw it tomorrow. Okay, so here I'm just going to the tool with the, it's a paid tool. Okay, it is only for an advisors and coach, something like that. So here I'm just looking for a small cap. So we have 227 funds here. So we filtered 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 funds, top 10. So here in this top 10, you will be seeing the launch date. So Bank of India started 2018, Edelweiss 19, but Franklin is running from 2006, and 2007 ICICI, 2000 Nippon, 1996 the Quant is running, almost nearby 28 years where the fund is running. But the fund wise performance, Nippon started 2010, now it is, the value is 46,000 crores, but Nippon longer the run 17. Okay, let me check the fund wise. So here very simple, and there is a rating for the fund also. You can see some of the funds are top performer. So what we have seen on our category wise, so we will be looking at this may be the top 4 funds: Nippon, Quant, HSBC, Tata, and maybe HDFC small cap. It is based on the performance. Even this fund is generating a more return, but it was an above average. Why? Because of this is generating a lower return, but it isn't top performer. This category over a period of time, but this fund is running only 3-4 years. Okay, the Tata small cap and this one HSBC, which is running near about 10 years. We find out such a better opportunities, and in this case, we will be filtering by the alpha top 4 funds. So Quant, Nippon, Tata, and HSBC, and in the mean price where the mean is. So Quant, Nippon, HDFC, and HSBC, and HDFC, and Tata. So all the values and the beta, based on the beta, Quant, HDFC, HSBC, Nippon. So all the scenarios you will be easily finding out what are the funds where it is in top, and standard deviation basis also, and 10-year return. You can see Nippon, Franklin, HSBC, Quant. So finally, I will be came to the decision. So based on the top performance, that funds where it is good performance with Nippon, Quant, and HSBC and Tata, and HDFC also we will be considered that is a good fund which is running long together. But these are Tata which is started 2018. Okay, so that is also performing, but we are comparing 10 years performance in this category. So the 10 years, that means longer the duration, and it is maintaining the such a good return. Okay, so top 4 fund which is generating more than 20% in last 10 years. I hope you understand Quant, HDFC, Nippon, and Franklin. So this may be and one more thing which you add, and ICICI Prudential we can add it. So these are all the top 4 funds which we are doing based on the analysis. And one more thing, so if I started investing in this funds, what would happen? So I'll show one of my portfolio. Here I'm just added the client details. So I will show you that SIP last 5 years with the 2000 rupees SIP, where you can see the performance. If I'm just investing in Nippon, that is in the last 5 year, it is generating 29%, and if in HDFC small cap, that is 22%. Okay, last 5 years, and you can see the last 5 years return, average return which I have generated from this fund, almost 34%. So this is what a real account statement where I have started. Then SIP which I started with. This is for my client's account. So in this case, small cap regular and in Nippon India small cap, where I just invested 2,500 rupees in each funds. So that is one SIP report where you can easily understand what is the SIP details. I'll show you. Yeah, in the below one, you can look at this. This is an SIP detail where I just invested. So 2,500 per month SIP. That SIP can grow initial investment almost that a lot of units are how much the average unit and current unit price. So average bought price is 53, current unit price 123, here 56 and 147. So current value and gain from this and overall. So this is what a total investment which I made almost to 80. And this past performance is not an indication of future, but this is what happened with the past performance. And now it is almost generating 4 lakhs. That is what an exactly 34% XIR, that is CAGR, which is generating 34% per year. This is what a real statement of an SIP which I have done for a last 4 years. And if you are looking for a mutual fund, it's not for a day or two. It is a long-term commitment, and you can fulfill your goal with this kind of long-term opportunities. And if you want to know more detail, just ping me on my WhatsApp number which shown on this video, or you can find out my WhatsApp number in description. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, hit your like button. And if you have any questions or a doubt, just comment on the comment box. And if you need any personal assistance, just ping me on my WhatsApp. I will give you. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and keep supporting and subscribing my the channel, and you will be getting a lot of things in channel. Thank you so much.